Right, welcome back to Shortside, episode 15. A big weekend in the NRL and the New South Wales Cup with some of our players progressing to make their debuts. Notably, John Rattle coming off the bench and scoring a try in his first game in the NRL. What a way to cap off his debut. Then for the Roosters, we had Reece Foley, Rex Bathingthwaite and Toby Rodwell came on the game late. Rodwell and Bathingthwaite scoring tries on debut. Congratulations to those boys. And then on Saturday, Micaiah Tafua, his debut for the Warriors. Vena Patuki Case, his debut for the Raiders. And then Josesi Lanyon as well for the Tigers. So a huge weekend of graduates going up from New South Wales Cup to the NRL. Congratulations to all of those boys. First up for the New South Wales Cup, the Bears continued their winning ways with a big win over South Sydney, 34 points to 20 now. Great win from the Bears, obviously a returning serve on the Bunnies who got them earlier in the season. A tight contest this one, Graham Talfa giving Souths the early lead before Jake Turby scored a quick double from a dummy and run. After that, Jonah Glover, who's been in really good form for Souths, grubbed for himself to score, and it was 12-12 after 25 minutes. Then the Bears started winning the field position, the arm wrestle. That led to points, and Amaron Gudgeon scoring a double. And congratulations to him. He secured a train and trial deal with the Perth Bears over there. But a big win for the North Sydney Bears. Next up, it was the Warriors versus the Jets over there at Go Media Stadium. The Warriors coming away victors, 30 points to 22, and a big win for the Warriors, who had a slow start to the New South Wales Cup this year. Now sit just 2 points outside the top 5. The Warriors started fast with tries in the first 7 minutes, but it was all Luke Metcalf for the Warriors. He was outstanding for them, 5 for 5 with the boot, 639 kick metres, 1 line break, 3 try assists. His form was outstanding for the Warriors. The Jets, they struggled to get back into the contest, trailed 24-6 after 30 minutes, so didn't execute the start as well as they would have liked. But the Warriors, a big win, 30 points to 22 over there in New Zealand. Next up, the Magpies had a huge win over the Roosters, 68 points to 8. It was all one-way traffic for the Magpies on the weekend. Starting to build some momentum now, the Magpies, and they dominated from the opening whistle. They completed at 83%, gave themselves a big chance of winning the game. The Roosters obviously missing a lot of players through NRL, some graduating to higher grades, but unable to get the job done. Heath Mason, he was outstanding for the Magpies. He finished with points, 4 tries and 8 conversions. So a big win for the Magpies, 68 points to 8 over the Roosters. Next up, it was the Raiders versus the Eels. The Raiders coming away victors in this game, 38 points to 12, and a superb second half for the Raiders, who found form over the past 6 weeks. It was their 6th win from their past 7 games. The Eels, they started strong, looking to bounce back from a disappointing loss last week, but they couldn't make up for it. Both Chevy Stewart and Ethan Alea cut through to score for the Raiders before the break. It was 12-all at half-time, but the Raiders then scored 5 unanswered tries in the second half. And Kobe Black, he was outstanding for the Green Machine. Again, he finished with 2 tries, 2 try assists, 339 kick metres, and 5 for 7 conversions. So he was in the 6-man bench in the NRL on the weekend. He's knocking on the door, but the Raiders, a big win over the Eels, 38 points to 12. Our performance of the week for round 15 of the New South Wales Cup goes to Bears winger Tui Katoa. He's now one of the senior players at the North Sydney Bears, and he's been very consistent throughout the entire year. He posted some great numbers on the weekend. Check this out. It was 233 metres, 17 runs, 77 post-contact, 2 line breaks, and 8 tackle busts. He was outstanding on the weekend and a big part of the North Sydney Bears' big form this year. All right, it's now time for our round 16 tips in the New South Wales Cup, and it's starting off Friday, 5:30 p.m. This game at McDonald Jones Stadium, the Newcastle Knights taking on the Dragons. I've got to go the Knights, the home side. They've been in great form up there in the Hunter. And then on Saturday, Campbelltown Sports Stadium, the Magpies taking on the Seagulls. The Seagulls have had a tough year so far this year. Magpies coming off a big win on the weekend. I've got to go Magpies there. And then Sunday, 11:30 a.m. This game over at One New Zealand Stadium in Christchurch. The Warriors taking on the Bulldogs. I've got to go the home side. Got a good win last week. Let's see if they can continue their good form. And then the rest of the Sunday games, they've got the Storm versus the Raiders. This game down at Amy Park. I'm going to go the Raiders. They've won 6 of their last 7. Let's see if they can continue their good form. And then 3 p.m. on Sunday at North Sydney Oval, the Bears taking on the Panthers. 1 versus 2, but it's hard to go past the Panthers. They've been unbelievable so far this season. And then rounding out New South Wales Cup, we've got the Roosters versus the Jets. The Roosters finding some tough times over the past couple of weeks. I've got to go the Jets in this one. That's round 16 tips in the New South Wales Cup. Our round 16 game of the week in the New South Wales Cup is 1 versus 2. The North Sydney Bears versus the Penrith Panthers. The Bears doing a fantastic job without a feeder club so far this year. A huge clash. Sunday, 3 p.m, North Sydney Oval. As I said, 1 versus 2. We've been waiting for this clash since back in round 1. Jack Cole scoring on the last play to snatch victory out there at St Mary's League Stadium. If you can't get to the ground, make sure you watch it live and free on Bar TV Sports. That's Sunday, Bears versus Panthers, 3 p.m. That's our game of the round in round 16.